The Altavista Colonels live on 105.5. It's time once again for Colonels basketball. I am Kyle Hoehne. Joining me tonight, the Big O, Agent Zero, Oscar Briggs. Oscar, you've had a little hiatus again, but we got you back. A lot of storylines tonight. Plenty of things to talk about for you, me and you, Mr. Briggs. But first off, how the heck are you?
I'm doing good. Been on a little bit of hiatus. The Center for Disease Control kind of had me in seclusion or sequestered or quarantined or something, but I'm on the uphill side now. I think I'm going to make it.
Yeah, I think you'll make it. You're strong of mind, will, and body. Let's get to those storylines that I mentioned, Mr. Briggs. First and foremost, the William Campbell Generals coming into town. It's the old Campbell County rivalry. A lot of familiarity here. Usually a good game between these two. And we'll get to talk to Coach Mike Cardellaro here in just a few moments. He expects nothing less. Maybe a little bit more of a highlight for us up here in the broadcast booth anyway is the fact that Juan Thornhill and Darius Johnson closing in on 1,000 points. Darius needs 17 to get there. Juan needs 20. Could happen in the same game. It'd be pretty rare, but you never know. You can't script it out.
I know you talk to people that you're networking with, and I've talked to people that I network with, and nobody can recollect that happening, certainly in this area. So that would be an awesome thing to witness tonight, and hopefully we'll get to see that here at home for the Colonels.
Yeah, we've got a question on our Reached app right now about who's your favorite member of the Colonel 1,000-point club. Right now, some pretty good names to choose from in there so far. Mr. Kenny Hunt, Tracy Poindexter, Mark Johnson, Sherman Pinnell, Vincent Myers, Kevin Mormon, the two most recent additions to that 1,000-point club, Mike Poindexter and Jarrell Jordan. And certainly we expect Juan and Darius to be joining that club very soon as well. Whether it happens tonight at home, which we would prefer, remains to be seen. But it should be fun to keep an eye out for it anyway. And Darius only needs 6 rebounds to break the 500-rebound plateau. That's pretty rare as well. Coach Cardellaro couldn't think of anybody in his coaching days that he had do it. So this is the Subway pregame show. As I mentioned, a lot of good storylines, a lot of things to talk about. Subway's always fun to talk about. We'll do that some right after we hear from the head coach, Mike Cardellaro, right after this quick timeout. It's the Generals, it's the Colonels. You've got yourself a ringside seat on 105.5 KD Country.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. High View Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family, see your friends at High View Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. High View Motors, GMC.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert Lifetime Warranty Red Seal exterior paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert interior or exterior paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista.
Here's more award-winning high school sports with Kyle and Oscar on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns again from Altavista High School, talking with the head coach of the Altavista Colonels, Mike Cardellaro. Coach C, before we get to the William Campbell Generals tonight, another Saturday win over Goochland, a 36-point win. You guys started hot again, 9-0 lead, something like that, and really just continued to grow the lead. Pretty pleased with the performance Saturday?
Yeah, I thought we had some really good positives. The first one we talked about before the game, we needed to be in a 15-assist range to really show that we were sharing the ball and playing a lot better. And we had 17, which was a great night. I think we had 14, 15 steals. Those are good numbers. Shooting the ball is the most inconsistent part. Now, we did miss a lot early around the rim that really would have blown that lead out, but it didn't happen. But we got to continue to work at shooting and understand that, you're going to miss some, and you just got to battle through it. And, the tendency is if you miss a couple of shots, you kind of let up at the other end. And that's kind of what we've been fussing about a little bit, is not to let up. You got to maintain some toughness mentally at the defensive end and keep playing. But, all in all, it's a great effort. Anytime you hold somebody to 20 points, that's a pretty good defensive effort.
Yeah, defensively, you were really getting after it. You mentioned shooting. One guy that has has been getting hot behind the arc is Nelson Dews. He made 2 or 3 of them again Saturday, becoming a real threat out there from long range.
Yeah, he's gotten comfortable. The first thing that's kept him on the floor is he's gotten better defensively, which he needs to do. Offensively, he's really gotten comfortable. I think the last 4 games he's averaging about 12 and a half a game, and he's averaging almost 3 threes made. So he's starting to fill into that spot that we desperately need on the other wing. So now Nelson gives us another threat. Michi's on the other wing, and it's tough to defend 2 threes, 3 shooters, in a post game. Of course, we're missing Demetrius, which would really be, double trouble there. But we're developing some minutes for the bench, and certainly at whatever point we get Demetrius back, we hope it's going to be beneficial for the second half of the season.
Let's transition over and talk about 2 seniors for you guys that we talk about all the time on these broadcasts. Darius Johnson and Juan Thornhill, they're both closing in on the 1,000-point milestone. Believe Juan is 20 away, you said, and Darius is 17 away. Talk about that a little bit, maybe put that into perspective with some other people we've had here, and then just obviously we're hoping they can do it at home, but no way you can script it out. It just, when it happens, it happens.
No, you're right. And if we could script it out, it would happen tonight, and both together in the same game, which I've never heard of that. So, if for some reason we were lucky that happened, I would certainly check the record books on it. Both guys have played since their freshman year. They've been around for 4 years. They're well deserving of it, and they're pretty mature about it. They're not hammering on it. They've said when it comes, it comes, and it's kind of a far shot probably the way we average points and spread them out. If they both get it tonight, Juan at 20, he distributes so much with the ball that 20 is not typical of his game in points because he does so many other things with it. Darius, 17, maybe happens first, I don't know. But they've been real special, obviously, in the program. When it does happen, that's 2 more names to go up on a real traditional board, with a lot of scores, and we even have a couple of 2,000-point people up there. So, they're going to take their place in history, and rightfully so, not only as scores at 1,000 points, but for a tremendous career leading Altavista to many wins in basketball.
Yeah, before we move on to the William Campbell Generals, you mentioned that Juan and Darius both businesslike about it. It's interesting with those 2 guys because Coach Sharna says the same thing. They don't really seem to care about records in this group in general. And I'm sure it means something to them, but I think their eyes are on a little bit of a bigger prize as far as the team game goes. Is that part of the reason why those 2 guys in this group are so special? They don't really care about the individual accomplishments that much?
I think so. They haven't said anything. I brought it up, and it's gotten close enough that I had to bring it up. And, it's interesting, their response when I told them on Sunday about it. Juan's first response was, I'll make sure Darius gets his Tuesday. And I thought that was an unbelievable answer. Yeah. And Darius's response was, it happens when it happens, but it would be neat if we both got it in the same game. So that's a lot. That says a lot about the 2 kids and everybody around them. And Darius is, I think, about 6 rebounds away from 500,
right,
which is a phenomenal mark, as you and I talked about, being able to average or actually record 500 rebounds in a career, is really doing something. So they've handled it well. Certainly, we hope and think that they have their eyes on winning games and continuing to get better and develop the bench for an opportunity. And I say that, I preface it with that, for an opportunity at trying to get back to where we were.
Yeah, well, let's move on to tonight's game and tonight's opponent, the William Campbell Generals. Very familiar one. Team that's been a little bit up and down in recent years, but it's the old county rivalry, a lot of familiar faces and a lot of people that know each other, so it usually ends up being a spirited contest. I'm sure we expect the same thing tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It's a county game. we know each other pretty well. William Campbell and Altavista may be a little closer related than Rustburg and Brookville. They have been up and down. They're really athletic. They've had some good games, and they've had some games they haven't played very well. Lockett is a great athlete that's playing for them right now. Neighbors is a very good wing. It can shoot it. Boyd is their point guard. Wilkes might be their best player at about 6'2". So we fully anticipate getting their best shot tonight. I think they're going to push the ball really hard, and that's something we've talked about is transition. We think our team needs to get in transition more and to get some easy baskets and put pressure on people because we're pretty good at that. So we fully expect William Campbell's best shot tonight, like we're really going to see from everyone.
Yeah, it seems that way. Not only this year, but in years past as well. You get everybody's best shot. Shout-outs always seem to get your best shot, and it's that time again.
Okay, I've been doing pretty good without having a list in front of me, so help.
You just jinxed yourself.
Yeah, I did. I jinxed myself. I'm gonna lose it. My dad is listening in Buena Vista, and William, my best buddy in Buena Vista, listens into the games. Hello there. Micah and his family up in Manassas are listening in. Minnie in Orlando is listening to KDE. She told me that this past weekend she's enjoying listening to the games. Sarah and Swanson, I feel like, are here at the game. They've been courtside for all the home games, so they're not listening in, but they do listen to the away games. And Ann and Chris and Marilyn have been listening in. So you got some long-distance people out there that are listening to KDE. That's great.
I'll have to start talking about national news and that kind of stuff. Keep everybody happy and interested. Colonel basketball seems to do that just fine, though. Tip-off against the Generals in about 10 on 105.5 KD Country.
If you're like me, life changes, and that brings up financial questions. I'm Vivian Brown of First National Bank, and we're excited to offer a new financial answer center that will help you better understand your own needs. It covers various financial topics, offers free quick guide, and if needed, access to a First National Bank employee. So go to our website at 1stnatbk.com and take a look at the new Financial Answer Center. It's a smart resource that could help you bring home more bacon. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns here from Altavista High School, joined by numerous special guests up here in the press box. Mr. Dean Hubbard gracing us with his presence, Kenny Hunt up here as well, and of course the big O, Oscar Briggs. Oscar, let's talk about that 1,000-point mark again, because you and I were talking about that during the commercial break there. It's interesting, the story that came out about how when Coach Cardellaro told both of the guys how close they were, Juan said, well, I want to make sure Darius gets his first. So I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of Juan driving to the basket and then dishing off, or at least looking for Darius. I mean, if they give him an open lane, Juan will surely throw it down, but...
Yeah, but certainly when you talk about this group of athletes and what they've been able to accomplish on the court with the number of state championships, of course, back-to-back in basketball, back-to-back in football, there certainly aren't a lot of egos on these teams. No matter who you're talking about, these kids have always put the team first, regardless of the personal accolades, and it showed, with the number of championships they've been able to bring home.
Yeah, everybody likes to have the personal glory and the spotlight thrown on them, but you're right, this team is special in the regard that they don't like that more than they like the team glory. They're team first all the way around based on everything we've heard and everything we've seen. I mean, it's all about winning games. And, you heard Coach Cardellaro say a similar thing to what Coach Sharness said when he mentioned to the guys back in football, hey, you could be the first undefeated regular season since '69. guys just kind of shrugged their shoulders and said, oh, that's cool. Similar response from Darius and Juan. It was more just, well, that's neat, but, we want to try and keep winning games and get back to the big stage we were on the past 2 years. So, again, it's just based on everything we've heard, it's status quo for these guys.
Well, and certainly akin to the story that when Navy Jones and Juan Thornhill were going for WSET Player of the Year, Juan got out and on social media was kind of nudging Navy saying, hey, vote for this kid. He deserves it. So it just tells you what kind of character this whole team is dealing with day in and day out.
Yeah, and again, now let's talk about the fact that it's so interesting and so really unheard of, two guys to have a chance to do it in the same game. Not saying it's going to happen in this game. Juan is 20 away. Darius is 17 away. And Coach Cardellaro mentioned Juan has scored 20. Not really typical of his game to score 20 night in, night out. We'll see if maybe he changes some things to try and get more points. But as we've just mentioned, not really Juan's nature to go out of his way to score. He's going to go out of his way to do what it takes to win. If that means scoring, he'll do that. But he is definitely a team-first guy, and lately he has been sort of a pass-first kind of point guard. He's averaging 3.7 assists a game, which is not a huge number, but that number seems to be rising with every game.
Well, it is, and let's not overlook William Campbell. When we talk about their starters, you got number 3, Traquan Williams, number 11, Jamar Wilkes, number 23, Khalil Boyd, number 32, Mike Walker, and number 15, Hakeem Gilliam. And again, that doesn't even, you can throw Patrick Lockett in, Tyrell Staten in. They've got some kids that can play ball.
Yeah, you're bringing in that football backfield off the bench. Patrick Lockett and Tyrell Staten. That's two amazing athletes to bring off the bench, and a nice luxury to have if you're Coach Brandon Barksdale. And you're right, we should not overlook the William Campbell Generals. This is not the Harlem Globetrotters here where the Altavista is just going to go out and do their thing and try and score 1,000 points. They're going to have to work for those points, and as we mentioned, may not come in this game for either of them, may come in this game for one but not the other. No way you can script that stuff out. Just got to play the ball game and take the points as they come. With Subway, you don't ever have to script anything out. You step in there and you have a great time. Main Street location, also the Walmart location on the Clarion Road. Don't forget the Subway Rewards card is changing. Go to mysubwaycard.com to register your card. You get 50 free points just for signing up. And Mark and Stephanie doing a fantastic job while I was in there. I'm pretty sure they're listening right now. Who doesn't want to tune into some great Colonel basketball, Oscar?
You're absolutely right. They do a great job. And when I was in earlier, they hooked me up, and thanks to them for fixing my fine dinner tonight.
Online ordering is here with Subway as well. You can go to Subway.com, click the order online button, or you can download the Subway app to order online. Almost national anthem time here from Altavista High School, so we will step aside just for a moment. Subway pregame show will return with the Colonel starters and a few other little tidbits. Then you get the tip-off right around the corner on 105.5 KD Country.
A short drive will save you money.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short drive will save you money. Fellers Chevrolet.
In Altavista. What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Virginia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
Brought to you by English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments. Celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence. Trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Our thanks to these members of the KD Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito and Altavista. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only at El Cerrito.
Robertson Auto Sales, Lynchburg, dealers with a passion for great quality pre-owned vehicles. We love cars and trucks, and it shows in our inventory.
Aubrey Rosser, attorney at law, going above and beyond the courtroom. Your choice for any and all legal advice. Serving Altavista, Lynchburg, and Roanoke areas.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
Mad Biddy's Antiques, 105 Wood Lane, just off of Main Street. Come find what you didn't know you were looking for.
Dairy Free, serving ice cream, yogurt, fries, hamburger, hot dogs, and fresh chili since 1961 from their Main Street location.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns here. The Altavista Colonels taking on the William Campbell Generals. Good old-fashioned Campbell County rivalry here, and the lights are about to go down at Altavista High School. The light show is about to get started here. The music will be loud. The crowd will be on its feet. Oscar, we thought the crowd a little bit light, but midweek game, maybe some folks staying home. Maybe some people are outside playing a round of night putting or something with the daughter of the dean out there. The weather was perfect out there today. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe weather's too good for basketball.
And that may be it. First, really pretty day we've had in quite some while. And, of course, we get this condensed schedule, and it gets a little bit difficult for some of the fans to get out and see 3 games in 1 week.
Yeah, it's something we probably don't talk about enough, Mr. Briggs. You're right. Hard on the players, hard on the fans, too. I mean, you got things going on. Life happens. It's kind of hard to commit to 3 games a week, but it is another 3-game week for the Altavista Colonels tonight at home against William Campbell. Friday, we're at Appomattox, a place you and I like to travel to. The Raiders have another good ball club this year. Saturday, we get another county rival in the Brookville Bees. That'll be up at Brookville. So, good week for basketball, and we should see a lot of good stuff on the hardwood.
And anytime you talk about Brookville, we talk about Scott Jester and the job that he's done. Of course, he's an Altavista grad and a Cardallero protege, part of that coaching tree that's going to develop here out of Coach Cardallero. So you always get a good game against Brookville.
Yeah, it should be a fun one against the Bees. Same thing for the Raiders. And same thing here tonight for the Colonels. Oscar ran down William Campbell's starting lineup earlier. Let me give it to you again real quick. Number 3, Traquan Williams. Number 11, Jamar Wilkes. 23, Khalil Boyd. 32, Mike Walker. And number 50, Hakeem Gilliam. On the other side for the home team, Oscar, the Colonels are going with a pretty familiar lineup since Demetrius went out with the injury anyway.
Yeah, they're going with number 1, Michi Malback. Number 2, Juan Thornhill. Darius Johnson will be inside. Number 10, number 24, Nelson Dews, and number 30, Josh McClure. And, the Colonels have no issues going with 2, 3, or even 4 guards in a starting lineup.
Yeah, it's a wide-open kind of spread-the-floor game nowadays, and the Colonels, you're right, don't mind having more guards out there than they have big men. And with Demetrius Johnson being out, that's one big man that's out that you don't really have the ability to go to. Latest on the injury for Demetrius is probably at least another week, maybe 2 at the most, but his return is imminent. He will be back before you know it, and maybe even back before February. So that's good news for the Colonels. That's good news for Demetrius as well. And, Coach C and I talked off the air, Oscar, Demetrius really also had a chance to get 1,000 points this year. The injury is going to slow him down in that quest for him to get 1,000. And Coach C said he's basically going to have to average, 20, 25 a game from here on out to get 1,000. But he also said he wouldn't put it past Demetrius. You just never know.
Well, it certainly is difficult in the Colonel system to have one player average that kind of average over that length of time.
Right.
It's going to take him to get him. Of course, you make another deep run into the state playoffs. Who knows? Yeah,
you never know. That's just part of the reason why we're here, part of the reason why you play the game. Same thing I said about 2 guys getting 1,000 in the same game. You just never know. Crowd is enthused. Pep band is jumping around over there having a good time.
Yeah, jump around's playing, but I don't see Danny Green anywhere.
Oh, boy. Jump circle we go. Altavista in the home whites. William Campbell in the road blues. Tip goes to Altavista. Nelson Dews caught it from Darius Johnson, then got it to Thornhill. Juan top of the key. Right hand dribbling. Over right wing it goes to Nelson Dews. We're underway here from Altavista High School. Juan driving. Don't know if he was passing or shooting. Either way, it got blocked away and ends up in the hands of the Generals. That's Mike Walker. Walker running the point guard spot, guarded by Nelson Dews just in front of half court. Left wing, it goes to Traquan Williams. No dribble yet. Man-to-man offense from the Altavista Colonels, as we've come to expect from Coach Mike Cardellaro. 7.5 minutes to play in the select first quarter. Juan's got a steal. Juan going to the basket. Look out below. Lays it in instead. Kind of had a bad angle there for the dunk, but nice job by Juan to use the little finger roll off the window and down. 2-0 early lead.
And a big grin on Juan because he was indecisive when he went up. He really wanted to dunk it, but discretion the better part of valor. Nice job by Juan getting the 2 points.
Juan, obviously, his entire career has made a name for himself dunking the basketball. Khalil Boyd going to try a 3. Darius Johnson there for the rebound. I'll keep track of those, Oscar, because that gives Darius 1 board. That means he is only 5 away from 500 now. They're not going to stop the game for that landmark, but they will stop the game when either of those two guys score their 1,000th point. Basketball going to go back to the Generals, though. Altavista lost it on the near sideline here. Boyd controlling, tries to throw top of the key. Now there's Darius Johnson with the steal. Darius running the fast break. Right-hand dribble, going to sky to the bucket. Won't go in. Thornhill with the tip in. That will go down. 4-0 early Colonel lead. All 4 at the hands of number 2, Juan Thornhill.
Boy, what an athletic play that was, too. Somebody in the crowd here was obviously pleased to see that one.
Traveling right there at half court. Good defense from Michi Malback, helping to cause Khalil Boyd to travel there. Boyd picked up the dribble, nowhere to go. Michi was draped all over him. Altavista basketball with 6:28 left to play in the first quarter. It's a 4-0 Colonel lead over the William Campbell Generals. Zone defense, it looks like, from William Campbell. This will slow down the Colonel's offensive output a little bit. McClure catches right wing, now left wing over to Nelson Dews. Dews rising for 3. It's good. Nelson Dews from the left wing. Colonel's 7-0 early lead.
That'll loosen up that zone pretty quick.
No kidding. Nelson Dews has been making a bunch of those. You heard Coach Cardellaro talk about that in the pregame. Nelson's been on the court more because of the defense, but the offense hadn't been bad either. Another rebound by Darius Johnson on the missed shot. Up ahead it goes to Juan Thornhill. Juan, crossover dribble, spin move now, edge of the paint, right side, sticks it up and in. Juan Thornhill with 6 points early. Boy, he's going to close in on 1,000 quickly at this rate, Oscar.
He's going to pass Darius in a minute.
No kidding. Okay, Colonels 9-0 early lead. Generals lost the basketball. Traquan Williams runs it down at half court. William Campbell still in the front court. They've gotten a couple shots up, but they haven't been great looks. Boyd driving. Now bounce pass over to Jamar Wilkes. Wilkes will fire for 3. No good. Rebound a little short. Now middle of the lane. Williams will try a jumper. That won't go. Rebound is still loose. Controlled by Mike Walker. Walker driving baseline off the glass and in. Nice job by the Generals to get some extra possessions. They really worked the glass right there, and they finally got points.
Well, the fast start for the Colonels, it's been really based off their defense. They're getting in the lanes and really disrupting what William Campbell's trying to do.
Early turnovers by the Generals have not helped their cause. Looks like the 2-3 zone again for William Campbell. Juan's just going to control and slow things down right in front of half court. McClure will pop out. Under 5 minutes to play. Nelson Dew's going to fire for 3 again. Off the glass, and it's in. I don't think Nelson planned it, but the scoreboard doesn't have any pictures on it. It's just a 12-2 Colonel lead after Nelson's second 3 ball of the game.
Boy, Michi Malback all over Boyd.
Boyd driving in the paint, now loses it. He was looking for Mike Walker in the far corner, but Walker could not control the pass. Another turnover, Altavista basketball.
They just continue to hound the Generals and make life extremely hard for them. They say get in the passing lanes. That ball was actually deflected by Nelson Dews. It threw the timing off before it went off of Boyd.
Yeah, Colonel's defense right now really just in lockdown mode. They were this same way in the first quarter against Goochland. Juan just walks it slowly across half court. Couple dribbles. Looks like the Colonels want to run a set play here. Haven't initiated anything yet. Juan talking to the rest of the team. Trying to get everybody straight, I think. McClure will pop out. Screen over there on the right side for Malback. Doesn't use it. Juan driving. Floater up. Won't go down. Hit the front of the iron a little short. Rebound by Jamar Wilkes right in the middle of the paint for the Generals. William Campbell going the other way. Boyd driving. Cut off by Malback. Going to throw up a wild shot anyway. It hit the rim. Wouldn't go down. It's first foul on Michi Malback, and it will send number 23, Khalil Boyd, to the free throw line for William Campbell.
Colonels lead 12-2 with 3:59 remaining here in the first quarter.
6 points from the hands of Juan Thornhill. The other 6 from the three-point shooting of Nelson Dews. First one in for Boyd. Makes it a 12-3 game. Second one goes down for Khalil Boyd as well. So Generals 2 for 2. That trip from the free throw line makes it a 12-4 lead. Juan, free throw line pass to Darius Johnson. Darius will knock it down from 16 feet. How about that? You take away the inside, Darius will step out to the high post and hit the jumper.
Colonels have only missed one field goal.
Wow, they haven't missed that one. Michi Ballback got a steal, laid it in off the glass. Colonels defense again, that time with the turnover. 16-4 lead now. Boyd working on Thornhill. They're going to whistle Thornhill with a foul, reaching in. A little too much contact there. And you're going to see some substitutions now for the Altavista Colonels. Donovan Montague and Chancellor Mormon check in. And they join Darius Johnson, Juan Thornhill, and Michi Ballback. 3:43 left to play in the Select Air first quarter. 16-4 Altavista lead. Altavista's been good on defense all year, Oscar, but this is probably their best 3 or 4 minute stretch. Inbound play goes. Nice job right there by Boyd to dish it off to Wilkes on the right-hand block. Wilkes fouled by Donovan Montague. Shot actually hit the back wall because Donnie fouled him so hard. And this will send Jamar Wilkes to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
And Jamar Wilkes, probably 6'3". He might go 140.
Not a rugged bruiser type of player like your Darius Johnson and Demetrius Johnsons of the world, but certainly an effective one. That free throw goes down. 16-5, the Altavista lead now. Second one in as well, 16-6. Give the Generals high praise for making everything so far from the free throw line. That's something you need to do, particularly when you're down. Thornhill driving, middle of the lane, cut off, shot went up, wouldn't go in. Rebounded by Darius Johnson. Darius is fouled, and he will head to the free throw stripe. I have Darius for 3 rebounds now. That means he's only 3 away from 500. Darius to the line. Darius has 2. Which makes him 15 away from 1,000 in the point category. He'll stay there. First free throw in and out, no good. 16-6, the Colonel lead with 3.5 minutes left to play in the Select Air first quarter.
I made the comment earlier that somebody in the stands was glad to see that athleticism. Zach Canuta from UVA is in the house tonight, football team, watching Juan Thornhill, the UVA commit play.
Yeah, defensive coordinator for UVA. I asked him if he could come up for a halftime interview, and he said NCAA rules prohibited that, Oscar.
That's
what we've come to expect from the NCAA, haven't we? I mean, I don't know why we thought otherwise. Khalil Boyd driving, left-hand layup, little off balance, wouldn't go in. Rebounded by Chancellor Mormon. Juan dishes it off to Malback on the fast break. Michi with the right hand from the left side of the paint is good. 19-6. Colonel's lead now. Good job on the turnover, and then the fast break conversion there by Thornhill and Malback.
Suffocating defense. Just suffocating.
Yep, Michi playing hard defense, far sideline against Boyd, and they're going to call 5 seconds. Boyd was advancing the basketball, but he never could break that 6-foot buffer there, and Coach Brandon Barksdale wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them, 30-second timeout. Colonel's leading 19-6, under 3 minutes to play here in the first on 105.5 KD Country.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family. See your friends at Highview Motors. Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
We talked about all the great storylines in the pregame show, Oscar. Right now, the main storyline has been the Colonel's defense just really smothering and suffocating the William Campbell Generals, and then Altavista, very efficient on offense. They haven't missed many shots at all.
I've got them down for missing 2. They've shot the ball at just at a torrid pace.
Some of them have been layups. Others have been jump shots and three-pointers. From different ranges, so the Colonel's really scoring from all areas so far here tonight. Montague has it, top of the key, now over to Malback. Thornhill will catch. Juan thought about firing for 3. Now he's going to drive, dishes off to Darius inside. Darius right in front of the bucket. It will go down. Darius Johnson inching closer to 1,000. Colonel's lead 21-6 now.
And that's that dish what we thought we'd see often.
Juan with a steal, midcourt, lobs it over to Malback, middle of the lane. Back to Juan with the dunk. Oh, my! Showtime on the court right now for the Altavista Colonels. Juan got the steal, lobbed it to Michi, then Michi threw the alley-oop to Juan, who proceeded to jam it in with 2 hands on the alley-oop.
Yeah, and you knew it was going to happen. Just 2 minutes before this play happened, Feldkamp walks in with a WSET camera, so you knew it's going to be a highlight tonight. But you could see the communication. I mean, nonverbal, but you could see the look between Michi and Juan. You knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, they saw it developing there. Nice job by Michi with the feed. Now there's a steal by Nelson Dews near sideline, out of bounds. Nelson couldn't control it. Boy, talk about a highlight package. I think there's always one out there when Thornhill is on the court. The other four Colonels doing their best to help him out, though. This has been a total team effort tonight. Altavista with the 23-6 lead. 2:04 left to play in the first quarter. Generals trying to get it inbounds. They have to hurry. That's Tyrell Staten. He finally does get it in to Tiberius Ewell. Generals have some new faces. Staten and Ewell among them. Mike Walker is out there. Traquan Williams is out there. And then Jamar Wilkes, the fifth general on the court right now. Walker looking for help. Sends it over to Williams. No, excuse me, that's Tiberius Ewell. Now back in the hands of Mike Walker. Walker blocked away. Donovan Montague got his hand in there. That was Tiberius Ewell again, excuse me. Either way, rejected off the back wall. William Campbell basketball inbounding on the baseline. 3-ball up from Traquan Williams. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Juan Thornhill. Here comes Juan on the fast break. Up ahead to Nelson Dews. The lob play. Juan tipped it in. No, they're going to say goaltending. Nelson, I think, wanted to throw it off the backboard for Juan to dunk. He ended up really just making the bucket, and Juan touched it when it was on the cylinder, so wiped that goal off, and it's William Campbell ball.
That would have been a highlight.
Nice backdoor cut right there. Tyrell Staten deposits the layup from the right side. Good find by Mike Walker from the three-point line to get it to him. So William Campbell still playing hard. Thornhill driving, dish out to Montague. Montague, long two on the way. No good. Rebounded by Darius Johnson. Up and in for two.
At 10 away.
Darius with his fourth rebound. He's 2 away from 500, 10 away from 1,000 in the point category. Keeping our eye on that. We're under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Foul along the far sideline. Right sideline. That's going to be on Josh McClure. Too much body on Mike Walker there for the Generals.
He's 10 away and Juan's 12 away. Big first quarter for both those kids.
We said it would be rare to happen in the same game, but...
53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Colonels with 25.
No kidding. We're on pace for it. Certainly a high-scoring game helps. Inbound play comes to Khalil Boyd. Boyd double-teamed by Michi and Juan. Now there's a pass out of bounds. Boyd did a nice job to break the double-team, but the pass to Staten was just not on target.
And he had Staten cut into the basket. I think he was excited that he had an open player. It looked like they were going to get an easy two.
Thornhill going to jog it across half court. Now he throws it long past to Nelson Dews left wing. Nelson and Juan playing pitch and catch for the Altavista Colonels. Montague stationed there at the free throw line trying to pop open. Mateo Malback is in the ball game for his first action. Under 30 seconds now. Colonels leading 25-8. Looks like they're trying to hold for the last shot here in the first quarter. Juan going to slow things down. Looks towards the bench to Coach Cardellaro for a little direction. Now he'll hand it off to Mateo Malback. Juan set up on the right wing. It's Malback dribbling in between the circles here. We're down to 10 seconds. Dribbles right, passes to Thornhill. Juan initiates, steps inside the three-point line. Down to 5 seconds. 3-ball on the way from Nelson Dews. Too strong. There's Donovan Montague on the rebound. They're going to get Donnie with a foul on the box out. Whistle blew there as Donovan was catching the basketball.
Yeah, and I think Donovan just was victim of circumstance there. He turned to get the ball that was over the shot by Nelson and picked up the person.
2.6 seconds left. William Campbell's going to try and inbound and go the length of the court to get it into Mike Walker. Walker catches. Horn's going to blow. He may have gotten it off. It hit the backboard, didn't go down. And we have come to the end of the first quarter. Altavista, dominating performance on both ends. They lead 25-8. Second quarter on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert Lifetime Warranty Red Seal Exterior Paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert Interior or Exterior Paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert Paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Sports fans, our game is brought to you by Bug Motors. Over 40 cars and trucks in stock minutes south of the airport on Route 29. Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, your authorized train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Finch & Finch, Funeral and Cremation Services, a family serving families since 1905. English Building Supply, your complete home center and your Atrium vinyl window dealer. Second quarter about to get underway, Mr. Briggs. 25-8, Colonel's lead, and like I said, in dominating fashion.
4 Colonels scored. Michi Malbeck with 4, Juan with 8, Darius with 7, and Nelson Dews with 6. 4 players scored, 2 points apiece for William Campbell.
Second quarter brought to you by Select Air. Donnie and the gang will fix any electrical or mechanical problem. ACs, heat pumps, plumbing, and more. They'll be at your house fast, usually within about 45 minutes. Colonel's defense, very fast. William Campbell breaks the pressure. McKenna Neighbors in the game for his first action. Going to try a jump shot, but he traveled before he could do so. Another turnover. Altavista basketball again. 7:44 left to play in the half.
Colonels are really pressing and making William Campbell. They're going to make them go back door. They're just overplaying the passing lanes.
Yeah, Colonels really, like you said, stepping into those passing lanes, getting out, guarding tightly. William Campbell does have that one backdoor bucket, but not many. Nelson Dew is going to try a 3. No good. Rebound is loose. McClure has it, and he is tackled to the deck by Tyrell Staten. Staten was going after the basketball, though. Don't get me wrong. And they'll call it a jump ball, yeah.
Call that alternating possession. And nice job by McClure getting position and boxing out. Jump ball.
Thornhill to inbound on the baseline. They swing it over to Malbeck in the far corner. Colonel's going left to right from our perspective this half. Michi catches, lob play down low, left-hand post to Darius Johnson off the glass, and in. Darius Johnson scores another. So here we go, 27-8. Both Darius and Juan inching closer to that 1,000-point mark. Steal at midcourt by Nelson Dews. Dews going in for the layup, fouled. And he will go to the free throw line. Shot won't go in, but Nelson Dews headed to the charity stripe.
Darius Johnson now 8 away. And if you think we're counting it down too much too often, well, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
It's a huge accomplishment.
Yep.
And we don't want to underplay it. We don't want to overplay it, but it is a huge accomplishment.
It really is. Let us know at the KD Country Facebook page if we're talking about it too much, huh? Nelson, couple dribbles here on the free throw. It's up. It's in. Nelson has been very good from the free throw line this season. 75%. Hasn't gone there a whole lot. But that number won't decrease any with the make right there. 28-8. Colonel's up by 20. Second one on the way from Nelson. And out, no good. Rebounded by Darius Johnson. Sticks it up, and he is fouled. That's 5 boards for Darius, so he is just 1 away from 500. And he will go to the free throw line and try and move a little closer on the other mark.
See, what would have been neat was if he needed 2 points and then gotten that rebound. That would have been the 6th rebound.
Yep. I said that, it would be great if he could get him on the same play. Free throw up and in for Darius Johnson. On the court right now for the Colonels, you have Darius at the free throw line, Nelson Dews, Michi Malbeck, Josh McClure, and Juan Thornhill. Second one going up for Darius, and it's good. 30-8. Colonels with the big lead on the court right now for William Campbell. McKenna Neighbors has the basketball. Tyrell Staten is in there. Khalil Boyd is in there. Patrick Lockett is in the game. I'm missing one general, I think. It's Mike Walker, number 32. Yep. Staten has it. Throws it top of the key to Boyd. Boyd going to try a step-back 3 ball. Back iron. No good. Long rebound comes down to Michi Malbeck at the 3-point line. Michi weaving in and out of traffic on the fast break. He'll dish it back out. Slow things down a bit. Altavista gets the offense set up. Thornhill and Darius Johnson both set up on the low post down there. Juan on one, Darius on the other block. Nelson, left wing, looked inside for Darius. Now he'll send it back out of the perimeter. Michi Malbeck has it right wing. Oh, nice feed down low. Bounce pass by Malbeck to Darius. Darius lost it up off the glass and in. Darius Johnson really continuing to score at will, and a nice feed by Michi Malbeck. 32-8, Colonel's lead.
He's 4 points away.
Boyd shot up, fouled. Almost went down. He will head to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
It's going to be 2 on Michi Malbeck.
Boyd just got by Michi. Michi a little out of position, committing the foul there. Tried to swipe it away from him.
And Boyd, it's difficult to sneak it away from Boyd. Strong kid.
First free throw, good for Boyd. William Campbell still perfect from the free throw line. Knock on wood if you're a general fan. 32-9, Altavista leads. Second one goes down, too. Got to tip your cap off to the Generals in that category. Thornhill driving to the bucket, fouled, and count the bucket. Juan Thornhill, as he was rising up, he sort of pulled the ball into his body to protect it and then threw up really a shot as he was almost back on the ground again off the window and down.
Just acceleration that we talked about so often.
Got a whistle here. And Brandon Barksdale from William Campbell wants to take a timeout before Juan shoots the free throw. Let's take it as well. Colonel's lead, 34-10. Thornhill and Johnson inching closer to the 1,000-point mark on 105.5 KD Country.
For more than 103 years, we've offered special banking assistance to many nonprofit organizations. I'm Kathy Morgan with First National Bank, and we have a checking account just for nonprofits and faith-based organizations that has no minimum balance requirement and no monthly maintenance fee. We also specialize in offering financing when your group needs a loan. So come see us at First National Bank, and we'll provide your organization with an extraordinary customer experience. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Colonels with the lead, 34-10 over William Campbell. Juan Thornhill is going to have a free throw after this timeout. Oscar, we asked on the Reached app, REACHT, asked a question earlier, and we can still talk about it right now. Who's your favorite current member of the 1,000-point club from the Altavista Colonels? Never got your vote on that. What do you think?
Boy,
no bad choice up there. Let me start with that.
No, and, everything that I've heard, it's just Tracy Poindexter's got to be. And I didn't have the fortune of seeing him play, but everything I've heard about Tracy was he was as good as they get.
Yeah, I've definitely heard a lot of those same things. I got to witness three of those guys in full force up there. Kenny Hunt, Mike Poindexter, and Jarrell Jordan. Boy, it's a tough pick. Let me think about it a little bit more. Juan sinks a free throw, and so he gets one more point closer to joining that 1,000-point mark. 7 away now. Darius is 4 away. Nice backdoor cut again. Staten has it inside, blocked away by McClure. Nelson Dews saves it, caught by Mike Walker. Walker to the hoop, and now fouled by Josh McClure there. Josh playing hard, and I think he just didn't want to surrender a point on that end, and finally had to foul Mike Walker as he was going up to the bucket.
Well, I think Josh was fine. He went up to block the shot, and let's face it, Josh doesn't have big hops, but he went up, and at the last minute, he did swing his arm down. If he'd have held his arms up, I think he would have been okay.
Free throws coming up from Mike Walker and the William Campbell Generals. That's the second one on Josh McClure. 7th team foul on the Colonels. So William Campbell in the bonus situation next time the Colonels commit a foul. And there you finally get a missed free throw from William Campbell. Back iron, no good. Substitutes coming in for both ball clubs. Let's try and get them for you on the court right now for the Generals. You have Patrick Lockett, Mike Walker, Khalil Boyd, McKenna Neighbors, and then, am I missing somebody? Again, yes, Jamar Wilkes on the far side of the lane. For the Colonels, you have Darius Johnson, Juan Thornhill, Donovan Montague, Nelson Dews, and Chancellor Mormon. Second free throw in, so William Campbell 1 of 2 that trip. Altavista 35-11 the lead. Generals still in the 2-3 zone. Thornhill left-hand dribble, bounces left wing to Nelson Dews. Juan directing traffic. He'll pull up for a jump shot 17 feet away, in and out. Rebound, Chancellor Mormon. Mormon up and in with the left hand. No good. This rebound down to Darius Johnson, and Johnson fouled, sticks it up. That's 6 rebounds for Darius Johnson. He now has 500 in the career, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Boy, if he could have just timed it up, he could have got him on the same play, Oscar. Congratulations to Darius Johnson on the 500th rebound there. First free throw up for DJ. Down, sort of a line drive free throw off the back iron and in.
7 points in a quarter.
So now he should be 3 away from 1,000, right?
That's
Darius? Yeah. Okay, here comes the free throw for Darius. Converts that one. No. They will stop the game when both guys get 1,000 points, or when one or the other gets 1,000 points.
Yeah, Darius needs 1 more bucket, 2 more points.
5:17 left to play in the Select Air second quarter. It's a 37-11 Colonel lead. Boyd has it, right-hand dribble along the three-point line. Oh, nice backdoor cut by Neighbors, and a good job to dump it in there. Neighbors with the two-pointer from the left side. You talked about it, Altavista really committing a lot of guys out front in the pressure. Neighbors with the backdoor cut, and then the nice lob pass to find him.
You think the kids don't know what's going on right now?
Everybody's staring at Darius Johnson.
They've overloaded the floor.
Yep. Mormon was kind of laughing about it because he was really trying his best to stick it in there to Darius. Inbound play, they just hand it off to Juan Thornhill. Darius is posted up now on the right-hand post. Low block. Over it goes right wing to Nelson Dews. Darius swinging his way through the lane. Thornhill, spin move. Tried to dump it down to Darius, but it's fouled. No, they're going to say travel on Juan. You could see what Juan had in mind there. He spun around, jumped up high like he was going to shoot, and tried to swing it down low to Darius. He's laughing.
He told Nelson he needs just 2 more. He knows the deal.
Yep. Lawrence Galliard checking in the ball game for his first action for the Colonels. Full court pressure coming for Altavista. Mateo Malback and Thornhill had to double team momentarily. They pass it up, and the Generals pass it out of bounds. Altavista basketball on the throwaway.
We've talked about all the individual accolades and stuff. Let's not forget 37-13 with 4.5 minutes left here. The Colonels have been on their game tonight.
Well in control. We talked about the smothering defense, and offensively just textbook execution. Very efficient on the offensive end. Zone defense from the Generals. Long pass to Nelson Dews. Dews dribbled inside. I think now it's a matter of everybody wants to say they made the assist to give Darius the points. Blocked away there. McKenna Neighbors sends it into the pep band section. He packed Mateo Malback's three-point try. It'll be Altavista basketball.
Well, I don't know that William Campbell doesn't know what's going on. They had 3 guys packed all around Darius.
That's true. That's true. Maybe they're saying, I don't want to be on the court when he scores this 1,000th point. Mateo Malback checking out of the game. Brother Michi will take his place. And the Colonels will inbound it on the far sideline, left sideline in front of the Altavista pep band. Michi throws it long, about a 60-foot pass over here to Nelson Dews, right in front of the half-court stripe. Nelson, couple dribbles on the volleyball line. Now Thornhill catches, left wing, it goes to Michi. Down low to Darius Johnson. Johnson's first one won't go down. Nelson Dews with the rebound, shovels it right back to Darius. Darius up, and he's fouled.
And you know, the Colonels are pressing right now.
Yeah.
How many more?
37-13 the score right now. Altavista on top. And you're right. You can sort of see now that they're trying to force the ball to Darius. Although he's a normal part of the offensive game plan, so maybe it's not really forcing it. First free throw up for Darius Johnson. It's good. Everybody with big smiles on their face out there right now. I think Darius, somebody's probably alerted him and said, you only need one more free throw. Let's see if he can get it right here. Number 10. This one's front iron. Not good enough. It's like needing the 12th strike to bowl 300 there. It's just hard to get it all the way down to the lane. Darius is going to have to wait. William Campbell basketball. Ewell driving. Oh, smacked away by Lawrence Galliard. Galliard throwing it over there into the back padding off the wall, and that brings a big roar and a cheer from the crowd. Lawrence Galliard with the rejection. William Campbell basketball underneath their own scoring basket. 3:38 left to play in the half.
Galliard's quick off the floor.
He really is. Still in the ball game there. They throw it inbounds on a lob play to Traquan Williams. Williams guarded by Thornhill. Look at Juan out there with the pressure. Now they swing it over to Jamar Wilkes, left wing. Wilkes, spin move inside, middle of the lane. Galliard tried to swat that one, but Wilkes just threw it over top of him. Nice bucket there by Jamar Wilkes. 38-15. Colonels lead. Darius headed to that low post again. He had the basketball out front momentarily in between the circles. Now they go right wing to Nelson Dews. Dews looking for Darius. Now looking for anybody to pass to as he picks up his dribble. Thornhill catches it, top of the key. Left wing to Michi Malback. Skip pass over the top of the defense to Nelson Dews, right wing. Juan thought about a 3. He'll pick up his dribble. Now over to Nelson Dews. Dews to Galliard, right post. Galliard had it swatted away. Going to try and track it down at the baseline. I think they're going to whistle Lawrence Galliard with a foul. Yes, they are.
You're right. They got that right.
Yeah, when Lawrence lost the basketball, he really wanted to get it back. That's the 8th team foul in the Colonels. 1-on-1 situation coming up for William Campbell. With 2:48 remaining in the Select Air second quarter, it's a 38-15 Altavista lead. Colonels led 25-8 at the end of the first quarter. And not much has changed. The Generals have shown some flashes, and they've been very good from the free throw line. That's where William Campbell's gotten the bulk of their points. First one up on the 1-on-1 won't go down, though. Rebounded by Darius Johnson. I think that's 5:02 for DJ in the career. Thornhill over to Mateo Malback, right wing, now left wing to Nelson Dews. Darius working hard on that left-hand post down there. Nice job by Jamar Wilkes to get in front of him. 2-3 zone from William Campbell. There's the bounce pass down low to Darius. Darius behind the bucket, trying to get it up, won't go down. Rebound is loose, controlled by Thornhill. Juan, fadeaway jumper off the window and down. 40-15, Altavista on top.
And Juan's now 7 away.
Mateo Malback guarding Khalil Boyd closely. Boyd, left point, looking for some help. Now he'll drive with the right hand. Behind the back dribble for a moment. Thornhill trying to take it away from him, and he does get a part of it. Now up ahead to Juan. It goes from Galliard. Juan driving to the hoop. Floater over the top of the defense. Won't go down. Had a chance at the tip in. This basketball still loose. Galliard has it and passes it out to Nelson Dews. Good hustle by the entire Colonel's team. And they've got a possession here. Maul back in the corner. He'll throw it top of the key to Nelson Dews. Now the team wants to slow things down a bit and just catch their breath. 1:40 left to play in the half. 40-15 Altavista leading William Campbell.
And I think over the last 3 minutes, the Colonels have kind of gotten out of there. Boy,
nice look. There it is. Darius Johnson scores on the left-hand post. 1,000th point and number 1,001 to boot. And it was Juan Thornhill that threw the nice 22-foot pass right there, Oscar. Juan rose up like he was going to shoot a three, threw a line drive pass down low to Darius Johnson. And how about this? Crowd on its feet applauding, even a handshake from one of the officials. And there's Coach C with the handshake. Brandon Barksdale from William Campbell with a little hug. That's nice to see.
Yeah, and when Juan went up like he was going to shoot, of course, the defenders turned their head, lost Darius. Darius knew what was going to happen. Great feed. You know, when Juan completed the pass and he saw that Darius was going to hit the bucket, nobody got up any higher than nobody was more excited than Juan was.
That's right. Juan just that's as high as he jumps on a lot of those dunks right there as he was when he got excited. Free throw good by Darius Johnson right on top of that. Darius was fouled in the act right there. What an amazing play. You could see it developing. And like you said, you could see the excitement from everybody, especially Juan Thornhill. Everybody on the bench on their feet as Darius Johnson's going to check out of the ball game for a much-needed break. What a half by Darius Johnson. What a career by the senior from the Altavista Colonels. William Campbell basketball, 1:24 left to play in the half. Nelson Dews trying to get his hands on the pass right there. They throw it down low. Staten up. Took too many steps. Turnover. And now I guess the only question is, can Juan Thornhill get his 1,000th in the same game?
He's got 13. He's only 7 away.
He said his mission was to make sure Darius got his 1,000th first and make sure he got it at home. So now maybe Juan, not the selfish type, but maybe if there's a time to be selfish, maybe it's in the second half here or in the later stages of this first half. We'll see. Down to 60 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Nelson pops out top of the key. They go left wing to Thornhill. Thornhill double team momentarily. Going to pass it back. Juan gets it back. Long three on the way from Juan. Too strong, but Chancellor Mormon on the catch and the putback. How about that? Mormon just timed it up perfectly. Juan may even try and talk the statistician into saying that was a pass. Give me an extra assist, because Mormon was right there. Perfect timing. Caught it, stuck it back in for two. 45-15, Colonels with the big lead. 11-footer, no good by number 11, Jamar Wilkes. Here comes Thornhill the other way. Plenty of time. Jump step in the lane, no good. Got the loose ball back. Sticks it up to the rim. It's good. Thornhill makes the count. We're down to 20 seconds left in the half. 47-15, Altavista on top and in charge. Generals basketball. Look at Juan out top. Trying to pick off an errant pass.
He's shooting gaps. He's playing back. He's doing everything he can to...
Neighbors, three-footer won't go. Montague with the steal. Thornhill fouled as he tried to catch the pass from Donnie.
He's going to go. Thornhill's going to go to the line. Shoot 1 and 1.
3.3 seconds left in the first half. That is second foul on Jamar Wilkes. It is a 1-and-1, 8th team foul on William Campbell. Juan, first free throw up. It's good. 48-15. Colonels with the big lead, and it continues to expand.
He's 4 points away.
Well, let's see Juan make the free throw here, and then maybe a three ball somewhere to get it. There's the second free throw up. Back iron, no good. Rebound is loose. Jamar Wilkes catches for William Campbell. I believe he was fouled. I think they're going to get Donovan Montague, I think, on the foul, right?
On Donnie.
Yep. Third one, no, they're going to call that foul on number 11. There is no number 11 for Altavista.
It was on Donnie.
I'm thinking you're right. And it is Jamar Wilkes shooting for William Campbell. He's number 11. But the foul certainly couldn't have been on him because he's shooting right now. 2.8 seconds left. A little bit of time did run off there. Wilkes toes the line for a 1-and-1. Slight bend at the knees. It's up. Too short. Rebound to Lawrence Galliard. He hands it to Thornhill. Juan going to try a long shot. Ooh, it was close. There's the buzzer for halftime. We've seen some history already tonight. Can they make some more in the second half? We'll find out. Colonels lead 48-15. Subway halftime show on the way. When you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1909, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show has arrived here from Altavista High School. Make sure you eat fresh. 2 great locations in Altavista to do so. Main Street and then also in the Walmart on the Clarion Road. Some big news coming from Robert Duff and Subway, but we're going to keep it under wraps for a little while, certainly at least this game. Maybe we'll have it for you at the end of the week. We'll see. Colonels, they've been the big news makers here tonight, 48-15. They lead over William Campbell right now. I'm Kyle Hoehne. He's Oscar Briggs. Thank you for joining us wherever you're at, if you're listening at 105.5 or if you're listening online at kdcountry.com or with the TuneIn app. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Big thanks to Chris Owen for sponsoring our live broadcast. Chris Owen, the Allstate agent in Lynchburg. High school sports fans are always in good hands with Chris Owen. Oscar, we've said it more than one time. We've talked about the accolades and the milestones that Thornhill and Darius Johnson are reaching. Probably lost in the shuffle or overlooked is this dominating performance from the Colonels, and it's the whole team, not just those 2 guys. It's all the way around, everybody getting after it, and it really is showing on the scoreboard right now, 48-15.
You've had great contributions from Nelson Dews, Michi Malbeck running the floor, running the offense, smothering defense on Khalil Boyd. Josh McClure getting on the boards, Lawrence Gallion getting in. It's just a total team effort.
Yeah, Galliard is impressive. I don't know if you've seen him yet since he's been up.
Haven't seen him on the varsity level, but he looks a little bit unsure of himself, which is to be expected. This is a big show here, but he's handled himself well. He's gonna this time the next 2 to 3 weeks with Demetrius' situation will do nothing but strengthen the Colonels as they go down the stretch.
Absolutely, bench is going to be a lot stronger when they do get Demetrius back, and Demetrius hadn't been able to move around as much, so his conditioning and his fitness level may not be at its highest when he comes back. He may not be able to log the same amount of minutes as he normally does. We'll just have to wait and see. Colonels 48-15. Speaking of Demetrius, his brother Darius, if you joined us late, went over the 1,000-point plateau. He went over the 500 rebound mark as well. Special night here. Darius needed 17. He got 17 and a few more. Juan Thornhill needed 20 coming into the game to get to 1,000, and he hasn't gotten there yet, but he's closing in on it. And I don't know, we said it would be tough for both of them to do it in the same game, but haven't we learned not to doubt these guys yet in their career, Oscar? I mean, 4 state championships, they always rise to the occasion in big games. Why didn't we think they'd do it at home in the same game?
I think both of us talking before the game off air thought, well, chances of this happening are probably not that good. Like you said, boy, we should never learn to doubt this group of athletes. It's been something special to watch every night. It's something.
You're right. That's a great point. every night it's something different. You know, they're dynamic in the true sense of the word, to where it's always something different, keeps you coming back, keeps your eyes wide and your jaw dropped with some of the stuff that they do. That's this bunch of Colonels that we've got right now, and boy, I know you and I appreciate them. I just hope the fans out there really appreciate how good these guys are. This is a once-in-a-lifetime type of collection of athletes and individuals out there. And I'm not just talking about those 5 seniors. I'm sending that to the team in general, because this is a good group of guys, a good team. They're team first, like we said, in every sense of the word. And boy, when you can get playmakers like this to buy into a team concept, you've got something really dangerous, and hence the reigning and defending state championships right there.
And you know, how part of, you know, an integral part of this team is Donnie Montague, who, you know, who for his high school career hadn't played much basketball. Decided to come out and play this year, and gives them some fouls to give, and gives them some tough presence on the boards, athleticism. Seems to have a very high basketball intellect as well.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that you and I both commented on that surprised us the most. We knew Donovan was tall and athletic, but seems to know basketball out there, which is kind of a surprise for somebody that hasn't played high school basketball in his career. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll bring it back with some Subway stuff, some stats, and a whole lot more. It's the Subway halftime show. Colonels with the big lead, 48-15 over William Campbell. It's all live on 105.5 KD Country.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short travel save you money. Fellers Chevrolet in Altavista. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Here's more award-winning high school sports with Kyle and Oscar on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show returns here. Our sound engineer, Eleanor Hoehne, having fun, doing a great job. The score is 48-15. Colonels on top. We talked about the KD Country Reached app. That's REACHT. Your chance to join the conversation with Oscar and I, or KD Country in general. We ask you the questions about stuff that are important to you, and you get a free 6-inch sub from Subways of Altavista just for signing up. The question earlier was, who is your favorite current member of the Colonel's 1,000-point scoring club? Tracy Poindexter right now, the leader in the clubhouse. Still time to get your answer in there. Tracy's got 42% right now. Mike Poindexter right behind him at 21%. Sherman Pinnell, Mark Johnson, Kenny Hunt, all not far behind. Jarrell Jordan on there as well. There's some great picks. Tracy was your pick, and you're right. I've spoken with our good friend Lee Stinnett, Colonel Club, and just all-around good guy. And Lee said that some of the stuff that Tracy used to do was just unbelievable, and he had that ability, much like Thornhill and some of those other guys on that list, to just take over a game. You know, when he wanted to score, he wasn't going to be denied, that sort of thing. And, boy, Kenny Hunt the same way. Of course, we're not just saying that because Kenny Hunt Sr.'s sitting up here. Kenny Hunt Jr., that was a treat watching him, a man that could score in many different ways. Darius Johnson is now a member of that 1,000-point club, and Juan Thornhill is 4 away from joining that club, right?
Yeah, and we talk about Kenny Hunt when he was on fire. He was on fire.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
He could fill it up from anywhere.
Mike Poindexter, the number 2 guy on that list, related to Tracy Poindexter. Mike, I think we most remember as a long-range specialist, and I do mean a long-range bomber. I mean, Mike's range started when he either got out of the car or off the bus.
Yeah,
he could make those shots from literally anywhere.
And Mike, maybe not as athletic as some of the other guys on the list, but, man, like you said, he had a stroke.
Yeah, really did. Second half about to get underway here from Altavista High School. Let's run down those halftime scoring numbers, Mr. Briggs.
Meacham Malbeck with 4, Juan with 16, Darius Johnson with 19, Chancellor Morton with 2, Nelson Dews with 7, 48 points for the Colonels. 5 players scored for William Campbell, led by Jamal Wilkes with 4, Khalil Boyd with 4.
William Campbell will get the ball to start the second half. They inbound. It's Khalil Boyd running the point guard spot. Now he dishes off to Staten. Staten holds it above his head, guarded out front. 25 feet away from the basket by Darius Johnson. Now over right wing to Khalil Boyd again. Boyd picks up the dribble. Gets a handoff play. Now stolen away by the Colonels. Malbeck couldn't bring it in, though, and it's out of bounds off Altavista. Generals to inbound right side of their scoring bucket. William Campbell going left to right from our perspective this time. Altavista in the customary man-to-man defense. Wilkes going to fire up an off-balance 3. No good. Rebound comes down to the Generals. That's Staten. Staten sticks it up. Won't go. Got back a second one. Swatted away by Darius Johnson. Thornhill lost it. That's because he was fouled. His foul on the floor. Staten and Darius Johnson sharing a little bit of a laugh over there. This is another one of those friendly rivalries, Oscar. Not to say that it won't ever get heated, but for the most part, everybody kind of knows each other. Thornhill, long 3-ball try. Too strong. Saved in by Darius Johnson. Nelson Dews catches now momentarily. Josh McClure dribbling in between the circles.
Darius giving Juan the business, I think.
About the missed three-pointer?
Yeah, that's 2 threes in a row he's launched, and I think Darius said, you need to calm down. You'll get them.
Thornhill stationed at the free throw line. Malbeck running the point guard now. Right wing over to McClure. Back to Michi between the circles. Dews catches left wing. We got 7 minutes left to play here in the Select Air third quarter. It's a 48-15 Altavista Colonel lead. Thornhill in the corner, far corner from us. Throws a long cross-court pass to Nelson Dews. Malbeck catches, thinks about a 3. Colonel's just rotating the ball around this defense. It's kind of like a chess match, waiting to get some position. 3-ball by Nelson Dews, no good. Rebounded by Josh McClure. McClure one dribble and lost it. Now Thornhill gets up the loose ball. Fouled as he is trying to stick back attempt.
And McClure had a little 3-foot open shot, and he tried to shovel it to Juan.
Yeah.
For a 1-foot shot. Again, Coach Carlero coaching hard.
Yeah. Once again, an unselfish play. You can be unselfish to a fault, though, and I think that was one of those cases right there. Thornhill will toe the free throw line, though. 48-15. Colonel's lead. This free throw too strong. Crowd is grown a bit. It's a decent-sized crowd here, maybe 50 to 60% full in the gymnasium. Thornhill's second free throw try on the way. This one's back iron, no good. Rebounded by Darius Johnson. Johnson sticks it up. He is fouled. Hits the deck hard. Shot won't go in, but he'll go to the charity stripe again.
Boy, Darius just continues to work. That's his whole career. I mean, that's why he's gotten to 500 rebounds and 1,000 points. He didn't have to go for that. They're up big, but he continues to work, and shows the type athlete and type kid he is.
Fourth foul on Jamar Wilkes. First free throw does go in for Darius Johnson. Yeah, great point. 8.1 rebounds a game. And you're right. It's the game is, for the most part, out of reach. Not that William Campbell couldn't bring the deficit closer, but you're right. He doesn't have to scrap after that ball and muscle his way to get that loose ball and that rebound, but he does. Just that kind of a player. Malbeck going to commit a foul here. Got crossed around the wrong way and ended up running into Khalil Boyd. Johnson made both free throws. Boy, Darius continues to get better from the free throw stripe. Coming into this game, 71%, Oscar. I don't recall him missing tonight, so that's a percentage that will go up.
He short-armed his chance to get...
Oh, you're right. Yeah. The one I said was like a bowler trying to get 300, yeah. Tend to short-arm it.
But, it's not he's got a good stroke. It's a little flat, but, hey, so is Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan, one of the all-time greats. Step back three ball coming from McKenna Neighbors. No good. Nice job by Lockett to sky up, try for the rebound. His putback won't go, and then there's Darius Johnson. Stolen away by Staten. Shovels it down low to Khalil Boyd. Boyd can't get it to go. He'll try a second one and a third, and it finally goes down. Wasn't pretty there by the Generals, but they managed to get some points. And a nice hustle play right there to get it. Thornhill, right-hand dribble, going to leave it off for Nelson Dews in the corner. Nelson going to dribble it back out. Juan between the circles now, 30 feet away. Going to inch it over to the right wing now. Juan moving slowly to his right. He'll bounce it back middle of the court to Josh. Now over to Nelson. Back and forth. Perimeter passing again for Altavista. 2-3 zone defense by William Campbell. 5:41 left to play in the third quarter. It's a 50-17 Colonel lead. 50-17. If you joined us late, it's been all Altavista. They led 25-8 the end of the first. 48-15 at halftime. Darius Johnson got his 1,000th point in the first half as well, and Thornhill is very close. Juan to the bucket, jamming it home with two hands. Juan Thornhill, wow. Climbing the ladder again, this time with the dunk, two-handed variety.
Now he's two away.
Juan Thornhill, 2 points away from 1,000. Boy, lane just cleared open for him. Pickpocket by Juan. Look out, Juan with the jam. And Juan has got 1,000, and he does it in style with the dunk. Juan Thornhill, back-to-back dunks. You could see it coming a mile away. He got the pickpocket at half court and stuffed it home for the jam.
Boy, you talk about kids getting them away. You think they should get them. Back-to-back jams by Juan Thornhill. How impressive was that, Kyle?
He just keeps getting more and more impressive. He got the one jam in a half-court offensive set. That time he gets the jam with the pickpocket at half court, takes it in for the dunk. They stop the game to give Juan Thornhill a game ball and to let him soak it in for just a minute. I'm guessing Coach Cardellaro will probably get Juan out of the game to receive a full-blown on-your-feet kind of applause after this momentarily. Colonels lead 54-17. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and you got to believe that you won't see a whole lot more of the starters past the end of the third quarter either.
Probably won't need them here as Altavista's lead continues to swell. Foul there is going to be on Chancellor Mormon, I believe, and it should be on the floor.
That is on Chancellor Mormon. That is his first foul.
4:40 left to play here. Inbound play comes to Khalil Boyd. Boyd back to Mike Walker. Walker driving, floater, 5 feet away, won't go down. Chased down by Darius Johnson and saved inbounds. Now Walker pins it out of bounds. No, that's Tyrell Staten, knocking it out of bounds. Ball's going to stay with the Colonels. 4.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Michi Malbeck going to check in the ball game. Thornhill's not coming out right now. Michi coming in for Nelson Dews. Thornhill with just the electric excitement here. We said it was going to be tough for them to get in the same game. They made it look not so tough. Again, shame on us for doubting the Colonels in any kind of way. Lawrence Gallier headed to the scorer's table to check in.
You know, Juan, one-on-one guarding at half court, and he picked his pocket, picked Khalil Boyd's pocket. And
three ball, Josh McClure, good, right in front of the Colonel bench. Well, we've been talking a lot about the two big guns, but it really has been a team effort. Josh McClure from three, 57-17. Colonel's lead. That's 57-17. Another turnover. Darius has it. Look out below. Thornhill again, this time with the tomahawk jam. Juan Thornhill just continues to put on a show. His fourth dunk of the night.
Yeah, Justin Feldkamp's getting a show full.
Another run-out opportunity coming. McClure, left side of the paint, layup. Got some body contact, no call. Thornhill's got the whistle. Little no-look pass by Juan. Good grief, he's doing it all. The Magic Man. And now you're going to get a timeout from Brandon Barksdale. We'll take it, too. Thornhill and the Colonels putting on a show. They lead 61-17. 3.5 minutes to play in the third on 105.5 KD Country.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family, see your friends. At Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Back here from Altavista High School. My, oh my, Oscar Briggs, just when you think you've seen it all, Thornhill gets a two-handed dunk to get him to 998, a steal at half court, and then just a wide-open one-handed dunk for 1,000. And then he comes down just for good measure with just a tomahawk jam, something that you rarely see in the NBA outside of the dunk contest. It was that kind of a dunk. Neighbors to the hoop. He can't get it to go. Too strong, rebounded by Donovan Montague.
Oh, and then to cap it off with a no-look to Darius.
Yeah. Wow. Thornhill. He is everything as advertised and probably a little bit more than that, too. We continue to say that kind of stuff on the football field. We continue to say it on the basketball court. We've seen it now for 4 years. Wow. Pass taken away there by Tyrell Staten. Jumped in front of a Mateo Malback pass there. 61-17. Colonels lead big. And don't get us wrong, it's been an entire team effort. It hasn't just been Darius Johnson and Juan Thornhill, but it's been a lot of those two guys. Campbell basketball, they throw it down low to Josh Jennings. Jennings, right-hand post, looking for some space. Throws up a shot, won't go down. Rebounded by McKenna Neighbors for William Campbell. Give the Generals credit. They've had a lot of fight all game. Just not nearly enough gas in their tank to run with the Colonels. Three ball up by Boyd. No good. Too strong. McKenna Neighbors with an offensive rebound. His shot won't go, and it's rebounded by Lawrence Galliard. Galliard harassed momentarily, trying to outlet the basketball, and he does so.
Set the field for you, for the team for you for the Colonels. Mateo Malback, Galliard, Mormon, Montague, and
Jordan Witcher, the last guy. Yep, just tried a three, wouldn't go in. Fast break coming for Tiberius Ewell. He can't get it to go down. Witcher with the basketball for Altavista. Now passes it midcourt to Mateo Malback. I think it's now a man-to-man defense. Yeah, it looks like William Campbell just switched to the man-to-man. Chancellor Mormon dribbling, left hand, chest pass. Just past the free throw line to Montague. Monty's going to try a 15-foot pull-up, Jay. Won't go down. Out of bounds. Never hit anything. 61-17, Colonels leading. 1 minute and 33 seconds remain in the third quarter.
Nice defense by Neighbors on Donovan on that. Donovan went for the jump shot. Neighbors was right with it.
Khalil Boyd going to walk it into the front court for William Campbell. Guarded by Chancellor Mormon. Mormon with a nice defensive stance there, making it tough on Boyd. Now he passes over to Tiberius Ewell. Ewell guarded by Mateo Malback at the right wing three-point line. Middle of the court. Back to Boyd. Boyd back to Ewell. Ewell looking to get inside. Nowhere to go. 5 Generals around the perimeter. Nobody inside. Now Boyd is for the pull-up jump shot, but it won't go down. Tracks down the loose ball and the missed shot. Pickpocket there by Chancellor Mormon. Mormon going up left side for the lay-in. Off the glass. Won't go down. Rebound is loose. Controlled by Khalil Boyd. Boyd coming up near sideline. Long pass to Traquan Williams. Williams can't get it to go. Rebounded by Mateo Malback. Not picture-perfect basketball out there in the court right now, but with the score what it is, not hard to imagine. Foul there is Mateo Malback going to the hoop. He'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, and well put. It had gotten a little sloppy here for the last 2 minutes.
Stop and play here with Mateo Malback going to the free throw line. Don't forget our game brought to you by the First National Bank, focused on providing an extraordinary customer experience. Feller Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. Sponsor the YouTube rebroadcast. I have a feeling this one will be a hot item on YouTube to listen to more than once. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter. Highview Motors, GMC, from small to tall. Highview has it all. And English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. Free throw converted there by Chancellor Mormon, 62-17. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Staten driving. Nice no-look dish off to Khalil Boyd. Boyd for three. Rattles around, would not fall down. Stayed up on the rim for a long time. Lawrence Galliard with the rebound underneath for the Colonels. Near sideline, Altavista outlet pass. Malback going to pull up from 13 feet. It's good. Mid-range jump shot working for Mateo Malback. We're down to 7 seconds. Boyd in between the circles now. Right-hand dribble. He goes right. Kick out to Tiberius Ewell. 3 ball. No good. Montague with the rebound. Didn't really see the clock. And there's the final buzzer. Not that Donnie would have had a great look anyway. We have played 3 quarters of historic basketball here from Altavista High School. Colonels lead 64-17 on 105.5 KD Country.
Have you looked at your business banking fees lately? I'm Sean Stone with First National Bank, and we have the best business accounts which offer serious savings for your company. We have a full menu of business products from checking accounts and remote deposit capture to online banking. And we have a local merchant card representative who will customize services just for your business. So let First National Bank prepare an analysis of your current activity and show how we will reduce your banking fees. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Pretty good game for the Altavista Colonels. Pretty good quarter right there for the Altavista Colonels. They lead 64-17. William Campbell can only muster up 2 points in that third quarter, Oscar. And wow, you talk about a defensive performance.
And that 2 points was on just a tremendous individual effort from Khalil Boyd, who went up 3 or 4 times, got his own rebound against 2 or 3 Colonels. So Colonels are absolutely in lockdown mode then. And of course, the 16 points led by the 3 thunder dunks by Juan Thornhill and a monster assist as well.
Yeah, he had 6 points in the quarter. They were all on dunks. They were all rim-rocking NBA type of dunks.
And within a minute of each other. Within a minute.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I mean, lob play coming. Thornhill was a little off bounds. Now he goes no-look to Michi Malback on the return dish. Wow. One-handed, no-look pass from Thornhill to Malback. Michi initially tried to throw the lob pass to Thornhill to set up another alley-oop. It was a little off target, so Juan just calmly caught it and sent it right back to Michi. Foul here down low on the right-hand post. There's Juan. Too much body on Josh Jennings.
But great presence by Michi to notice that, and he made the cut to the basket, was wide open, and again, another no-look from Juan.
Wow. Special play right there again from Juan Thornhill. We need to go back and maybe look at the assists and the rebound totals because, boy, Thornhill could be closing in on triple-double range. I can think of at least 3 or 4 times he's dished to Darius Johnson. 1 more there. I know you still got 5 more to add in there, sprinkle in around. Free throw, no good. Colonels were a little lackadaisical on the rebound attempt, but they do cover it up. Thornhill will bring it into the front court for Altavista, 66-18.
That's a good point. He could be in triple-double range. Again, we'll have to check with the bench and see how it comes out, but
Colonels won the third quarter 16-2. 16-2. They held Goochland to 20 points last game. You're going to get a foul away from the basketball. Moving screen, I believe, there by Michi Malback. 4th one on Michi. Looks like he's going to stay out there. At this point, with the score margin, what it is, it probably doesn't matter. On the court right now for the Colonels, you have Michi Malback, Chancellor Mormon, Juan Thornhill, Lawrence Galliard, and Darius Johnson. Yeah, I was saying, Oscar, they held Goochland to 20, which is an amazing defensive effort all game. But to hold William Campbell to 2 points in a quarter is something else. I mean, that's pretty incredible. Michael Irby in the game now for William Campbell. His first action. Throws it cross court to Boyd. Boyd down low to Staten. Staten looking for Jennings in the paint. No good.
Thornhill cherry picking.
Thornhill's looking for another steal and probably to try and get another bomb dunk afterwards. Boyd, corner to Irby. Michael Irby rising for 3. No good. Rebounded by Darius Johnson. Johnson looking for the outlet. He does throw it long to Juan. Look out below. Thornhill. Oh, he tried a little too much that time. Tried the Dominique Wilkins rock the cradle up and under type of dunk. Wouldn't go in, and I think we may have seen the last of Juan Thornhill now. Thornhill was laughing and smiling. That dunk was, again, something. No, Juan's going to stay out there. That was something you'd see in a dunk competition. Juan almost pulled it off.
Well, he just never really got his feet under him.
Right.
Pass was high, had people closing in. I think he could have pulled it off, but he's out now.
And I don't think Coach Cartolero is upset, but I think maybe that's just the time that, hey, we've seen enough of that. 66-18. Colonels with the big lead.
Yeah. Rodney Thornhill, Juan's dad, he was enjoying that. He was laughing.
Mormon dribbling at half court for the Colonels. It is Altavista basketball here. Motion offense going on behind Mormon, looking for a teammate. Now he finds Mateo Malback left wing. Mateo gets it into the free throw line. Oh, Mateo had his pocket pick. Here comes Boyd going the other way, right side of the paint, layup. Mateo altered the shot. He may have even blocked the shot. Rebound by Jennings from William Campbell, and there's a foul.
Well, he slapped the backboard.
Yeah. If you get the ball before the backboard, you're okay. If you just slap the backboard, not the ball, that's basically the same thing as a goaltending. And that would have made the basket count. But I'm with you. Without the benefit of instant replay, Mateo may have gotten away with one there.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
Did.
Good hustle, though, to get back and, like I said, at least alter the shot, if not block it. 66-18, Altavista leading. General basketball here with under 6 minutes to play. Look at Traquan Williams striding the bucket. Can't get the finger roll to go down. Altavista getting out quickly. Chancellor Mormon, layup is good. Altavista ran the floor well there on that missed shot.
Nice feed by Mateo looking up floor.
68-18. 68-18. I'm just trying to make sure I get my math right so I don't sound like an idiot. That's a 58-point lead for Altavista. 5:35 left to go in the ball game. And this is not your run-of-the-mill William Campbell team. This is not a bad General Ball Club, Oscar.
Colonel's up by 50. That's and how many dunks does Juan have tonight? 5?
I think he has 5. I think that's right. 68-18, William Campbell basketball. Going to try and cut into that lead. Again, I take my cap off to William Campbell and Coach Brandon Barksdale. They continue to play hard. Shot won't go in by Boyd. Follow-up attempt won't go. Rebounded by Lawrence Galliard right under the hoop for Altavista. Colonel's going the other way. Malback brings it up left sideline. Jordan Witcher going to fire for 3. No good. Might have been blocked by Jamar Wilkes.
I think Jamar Wilkes got his hand on it. Wilkes is a pretty athletic-looking kid. He's had a decent game. He just he needs to bulk up a little bit.
He'll try a 3 himself. Front iron, no good. Montague catches the rebound at the free throw line. Now they're going the other way. Oh, spin move, Lawrence Galliard. Left-hand layup won't go down. Tracked down his own rebound, threw it behind his head. Couldn't find a target, though, and Jamar Wilkes has it for William Campbell. Generals running the floor. There's Wilkes. No-look dish at the three-point line to Khalil Boyd. No good. Rebounded by Jordan Witcher. Yeah, Brandon Barksdale's got his team playing hard, that's for sure. And not a lot you can do when you get on the wrong side of this steamroller known as the Altavista Colonels. Galliard, jump shot from 17 feet, won't go down. Rebounded by Hakeem Gilliam. On the court right now for Altavista. Chancellor Mormon, Lawrence Galliard, Mateo Malback, Donovan Montague, and Jordan Witcher. McKenna Neighbors driving. Shot won't go in. Excuse me, that was Michael Irby. Couldn't get the 5-footer to go in from the left side of the paint. Rebound by Chancellor Mormon. On the court for the Generals.
4:05 remaining here in the ballgame. Colonels leading 68-18.
You got Hakeem Gilliam, Michael Irby, Jamar Wilkes, Khalil Boyd. Backdoor cut by Mateo Malback. Can't get a shot off, though. There's a no-look dish down low. Lawrence Galliard has it. Throws a shoulder into the body of Wilkes and sticks it up off the window and in. Nice job by Lawrence Galliard right there. Guy was missing for William Campbell, Oscar, was Traquan Williams. 70-18. Altavista on top. Still got 3.5 left to play in the Select Air fourth quarter.
William Campbell just run into a buzzsaw tonight.
Rebounded by Galliard there in mid-post. Boy, Galliard is racking up the rebounds here as this game goes on. Nice one-hand pass by Malback to Donovan Montague. Montague dribbled twice, double dribble. Turnover there for Altavista. They haven't turned it over much, but there has been a few. Fourth quarter is brought to you by Select Air. Repairs, new installations too. Select Air Mechanical and Electrical does it all with prompt and courteous service. 70-18, Altavista on top. 52-point lead for the Colonels. They led 48-15 at halftime.
25-8 after the first.
Yep. Drive there by Mike Walker. I think Walker took too many steps, huh? Just caught it and took off before he used the dribble. Turnover there. It's going to go back to Altavista. Darius and Juan Thornhill, if you joined us late, have both reached the 1,000-point plateau. And they both did it in style. Darius got a bullet pass from Thornhill at the three-point line to put in his 1,000th and 1,001 points. Juan had 3 straight dunks to get 998, 1,000, and then 102. 1,002, excuse me.
Chance for Mormon on the drive.
Mormon putting together a nice game, too. Irby catches at the Altavista logo. No, that's McKenna Neighbors again. I'm sorry. Tiberius Ewell driving. Floater in the lane. Goes down. Nice job by Ewell. 72-20 now your score. 2.5 to play.
That's Ewell's first bucket of the night.
Mr. Kenny Hunt looks like he's going to exit the building. He's seen enough. Turnover there at midcourt. Malback lost the pill. And now it'll be William Campbell basketball to inbound on the far sideline. Altavista in action again Friday at Appomattox.
And we talk about Kenny Hunt being one of the best PA men in the business. And VHSL doing something a little different with PA rules now, so
they're restricting the ability of Kenny Hunt to be the best PA man in the business. Yeah, they
you can announce substitutions, and that's pretty much it now.
Turnaround J by Wilkes is no good. Rebounded by Mateo Malbeck. Just over 2 minutes to play. Yeah, you're really not even supposed to say when a guy's name when he hits a three, that kind of thing. Galliard long strides to the hoop from the left side of the paint. Gets the shot to go in. Nice job by Lawrence Galliard. 74-20 Colonel's lead. Under 2 minutes to go now. And that's a shame about not being able to say guys' names because, that adds to the high school basketball atmosphere. And it's just different, I guess.
In a traditional college atmosphere where, fouls on number 32, Jamal Wilkes, that's his first. You can't even do that anymore. And that's just basic adds to the game for the fans. I don't quite understand the interpretation or why they're doing what they're doing, but it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. It's nice to know who the foul is on, how many he's got. When a guy scores a point, that kind of thing, it's nice to know the guy's last name because not everybody's staring at a roster the whole game while it goes on. And not everybody brings their headphones to the game and listens to us, that kind of thing. But, maybe all the more reason now to listen to us. Galliard lost the basketball backcourt but didn't pick it up. Up ahead quickly to Wilkes. He can't finish the layup. Rebounded by Mateo Malbeck. Coach Cardellaro not exactly pleased with the lack of hustle. Jordan Witcher will try a three. No good. Rebounded in the paint by Tiberius Ewell. Down to 60 seconds to play now. Ewell a little over-the-shoulder pass to Mike Walker, and Mike Walker gets two. 74-22 now. Colonel's leading over William Campbell. 74-22. Game's starting to de-evolve a little bit and turn into just street ball now. Not much organization out there, and I'm sure that doesn't make either coach real happy. It's tough for Altavista when you're up so big. But I'm sure Coach Cardellaro does still want his guys to take care of the ball, even if they're not trying their hardest to score. Still want to take care of the basketball, not turn it over. Foul at midcourt by Tiberius Ewell. That is going to be the 7th team foul, I believe, on William Campbell. This should send Mateo Malbeck to the free throw line to shoot a 1-1. Nope, just 6 team fouls. 24.5 seconds left. Subway post-game show should be good. We'll wrap it all up. Little post-game chat about the 1,000-point mark being reached by these two guys. Special night tonight. And just, again, a dominating performance by Altavista all the way around. Offensively and defensively. Mormon looking for help. Goes to Galliard. Galliard going to the rim. Shot won't go down from the left side. Got his own rebound. Turnaround, Jay, off the basket and in. 76-22. That's going to do it. Final buzzer in a game that we will never forget. Altavista, 76-22. Big winner. Subway postgame show on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
Is there a painting project on your to-do list? English's Home Center has added an additional line of paints. English's features Pratt & Lambert Lifetime Warranty Red Seal Exterior Paints. Choose from hundreds of stunning, beautiful designer colors. Pratt & Lambert Interior or Exterior Paints. Value price to save you money. Pratt & Lambert Paints. Never compromise.
English's is your complete home center.
On North Main Street, Altavista. Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway postgame show begins. Over 52 years of award-winning high school sports coverage. You got players like this, Oscar. It's easy to be award-winning, and again, a great team effort all the way around. Altavista with the 54-point win over William Campbell, 76-22. That's 76-22. I'm trying to think in my head just of a more dominating performance that you and I have seen, or maybe you personally, me personally, and nothing's coming to mind. I mean, this is and Altavista really has had some dominating performances, particularly in the last 3 years, but this is the most dominating, or at least right up there.
Boy, and it's odd because the focus seemed to be early. I mean, they came out and defensively just absolutely set the tone, shutting William Campbell down, and then it was obvious what the Colonels were trying to do and trying to get to meet Darius into that 1,000-point club. It wasn't really forced. It got a little bit tight there as he got closer, and but then once that goal was accomplished, it quickly turned to trying to get Juan to his. And the funny thing is that Juan got some points early, easy drives to the basket, some nice passes from his teammates, and the game had such a good flow early.
Yeah, it really did. That first half of basketball is some of the best that we've seen. Like you said, a good flow, a good rhythm. Altavista was just firing on all cylinders in every sense of the word. They won the first half 45-15. They win the second half 28-7. So the scoring output was cut in half, but they also cut William Campbell's scoring output in half too. So I don't think you can say the second half was bad for the Colonels. But yeah, that first half of ball there in the third quarter, first part of the third quarter was some of the best stuff we've ever seen. I mean, there was the alley-oop in the first half to Juan that he dunked in. There was, like you said, Juan driving and getting points, Juan with a pull-up jumper, Nelson hitting the three balls. I mean, it was and the defense from everybody that set foot on the court from Altavista was good. I can't think of one guy. I mean, there was, a breakdown defensively here or there, but not many. Not more than about 3 or 4. And, again, it's tough. You got to take your hat off to the Generals and Brandon Barksdale. His squad played hard, but they were just overmatched.
I think that's exactly right. They were overmatched. And from Coach Cardolero's perspective, you got to be happy. Okay, you had these two things kind of hanging over the team, these individual goals. And again, we've well documented how it's not a priority for these kids, but it's out of the way now.
Yeah,
you don't have it hanging over the head. We got it at home. Kids can go to Appomattox Friday night and focus on Appomattox.
Yeah, great point. Darius got over 500 rebounds as well. He was 6 away. He got that in the first half. Got that before he broke the 1,000-point marker. We'll step aside for a timeout here. We'll bring it back, maybe break down again exactly how those guys did get in the 1,000-point club. Talk about the game, some more stats, and who knows what else. We'll give you a chance to win with Subway after this timeout as well. Make sure you stick around. Subway post-game show. Colonels get the win 76-22 over William Campbell. You heard every second of the action live on 105.5 KD Country.
A short travel save you money.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short travel save you money. Fellers Chevrolet in Altavista.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Virginia are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Brought to you by English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical, licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Kyle Hoehne, Oscar Briggs returning here from Altavista High School. Oscar, I normally don't like to give too much free advertising to WSET, but Justin Feldkamp from SET 13 was here for this entire game. I think you may want to tune in tonight or for the Friday Hoop show that they have, because if you did not see those dunks in person, you're probably going to want to. We're talking about Juan Thornhill. He had, I think, 5 total in the game, 3 in a row to get him over 1,000. The one that got him to 998 was a baseline drive where everything just sort of opened up. He put it in with 2 hands. The next one he got a steal at half court, had a wide open run out to the rim, one-handed jam that he kind of cocked back a little bit. And then the third one in a row, which, like you said, they all came within about 60 seconds of each other. The third one after that, I want to say Darius got a block and threw it up to him at half court. Juan came down the middle of the lane, took off from about 7 to 8 feet, pulled it backwards with a 2-hand tomahawk thunder dunk that, like I said, you see very rarely in the NBA, and usually it's reserved for just dunk competition kind of things. But maybe we should start calling Juan Thornhill the one-man dunk competition.
Boy, he did it tonight, and like I said, that flurry of 3 dunks happened in less than a minute of action. So, and again, Feldkamp was here and got it all. It'll make a highlight reel tonight.
Yeah. Of course, Thornhill had a big hand in Darius Johnson getting his 1,000th point in the first half. You know, it started out Juan was doing a little bit more scoring than Darius. Juan was actually closer to 1,000 than Darius was at one point. Then, of course, Darius's production picked up, and Juan was feeding him the ball. And then Darius really did a nice job from the free throw line in the first half, too, to help his scoring total. And then let's talk everybody through points number 1,000 and 1,001 for Darius. It was set up by Thornhill very nicely.
Well, it was. Juan playing point, went to the top of the key, pulled up for looked like what was going to be a jump shot. Defense collapsed, turned their head. Pass was a pass all the way, and Darius did a nice job knocking it down. Darius had he had to have a double-double tonight on the too, because he got his 6th rebound early in the second quarter, maybe.
Yeah.
And I know he finished with 10 rebounds tonight. So
yeah, that's a great point. Darius, fantastic game all the way around. Everybody from the Colonels, fantastic. Again, you do have to feel for the Generals a little bit, and I'm gonna say it again. You got to admire the way they played hard. That can't be easy. I mean, it's a little bit like Job, to where you just have to keep taking the punishment, and you just have to keep coming back because you have to play the game. You have to run out the minutes on the score clock. But that was not easy for William Campbell. I give big credit to Brandon Barksdale for still getting his team to play hard there as the game wore on. That was not easy. Colonels with the 76-22 win, 54-point win over William Campbell. Your chance to win with Subway happens right now, Mr. Briggs. I'm going to need you, or the fans out there in radio world, want you to post a number to the KD Country Facebook page. Usually you do a word. Let's do a number. I think you know what the number is. 1,000. That's 1 with 3 zeros behind it. That's how many points Darius and Juan eclipsed in the ball game tonight. Post the number 1,000 to the KD Country Facebook page, and you can win yourself a foot-long meal deal courtesy of Subway's in Altavista. That's the number 1,000. We need you to post that word to the KD Country Facebook page. You can win yourself a foot-long meal deal. We'll step aside one more time here in the Subway post-game show. Final stats coming up, and we'll wrap it all up. Players of the game right around the corner. Colonels with the win, 76-22. It was all on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Our thanks to these members of the KD Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito in Altavista. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only at El Cerrito.
Robertson Auto Sales, Lynchburg. Dealers with a passion for great quality pre-owned vehicles. We love cars and trucks, and it shows in our inventory.
Aubrey Rosser, attorney at law, going above and beyond the courtroom. Your choice for any and all legal advice. Serving Altavista, Lynchburg, and Roanoke areas.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
Mad Betty's Antiques, 105 Wood Lane, just off of Main Street. Come find what you didn't know you were looking for.
Dairy Freeze, serving ice cream, yogurt, fries, hamburger, hot dogs, and fresh chili since 1961 from their Main Street location.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Subway postgame show returns for the final segment here on this historic night at Altavista High School. Colonels get the big win, 76-22 over William Campbell, in the history made by two guys reaching the 1,000-point mark in the same game. Oscar, we both commented earlier, and you heard Coach Cardellaro say the same thing in the interview. Can't remember anybody doing it, never heard of anybody scoring 1,000 on the same night. Not to say it's never been done, but it's pretty rare, and I don't know. Again, I feel like I would have heard about it if it happened in Virginia anyway.
Yeah, again, you checked your resources, and I've checked with people that I know that have been in and around. Dean Hubbard hadn't seen it or heard of it.
Yeah.
And that's, that goes way back.
Right, that does. Stacy Shepard and Taylor Frazier on the ladies' side scored both over 1,000 points. I think they may have done it in the same year, but I want to say Stacy Shepard, she may have done it her junior year because she's in the 2,000-point scoring club. Taylor Frazier just over 1,000. I say just over 1,000 like it's a small number. I mean, it's still a whole lot of points. But, yeah, so she may have actually done it in her junior year. So, interestingly enough, Coach Cardellaro, I should point this out, Mr. Briggs, he mentioned to me after the interview that there's two guys that were really close to that 1,000-point club that didn't get in that he wanted to mention. Dennis Brown back in the mid-late 90s was at like 987 or something and got hurt in the district semifinal. Couldn't play in the district final and then couldn't play in the region, said he played in the region quarterfinal but just didn't have the same step, same burst. And he said Jeremy Booth was at 990 and had the Colonels knocked off Surrey that one year in the state quarters. He surely would have gotten it in the state semifinal. So he did ask me if I would point those two guys out, and two special players right there when you're talking about Dennis Brown and Jeremy Booth. But yeah, two special ones getting their picture taken and doing a lot of interviews down there right now. Juan Thornhill and Darius Johnson. We'd love to stay all night, but we got to wrap it up at some point, Mr. Briggs. Colonels with the 76-22 win over William Campbell. Talk us through the numbers. There certainly wasn't an easy night for you on the scoring side.
A ton of people scored for the Colonels, and again, these are unofficial. Michi Malbeck with 6, Juan Thornhill with 22, Mateo Malbeck with 3, Darius Johnson with 25, Chancellor Mormon with 6, Nelson Dews with 8, and Josh McClure with 3, Lawrence Gilliard with 6 as well. For William Campbell, not as difficult. Rough night for them offensively. McKenna Namers with 2, Josh Jennings with 1, Jamar Wilkes with 4, Tiberius Ewell with 2, Staten with 2, Khalil Boyd with 6, and Mike Walker with 5 for the 22 points for William Campbell.
Again, got a feel for the Generals a little bit. They were just on the wrong side of this buzzsaw, steamroller, whatever term you want to use to describe the Colonels. They were in full force tonight. Nancy Wilkerson, our winner of the Win with Subway, she posted the word 1,000 to the KD Country Facebook page. We'll do it again Friday, and very quickly, Oscar, just a little mini preview from us. Raiders always bring a spirited, tough game to Altavista. I know they've got some personnel changes. Travis Cottrell still the coach over there at Appomattox. He does a nice job getting the most out of his team. And I think maybe you do have to be a little wary of a letdown if you're a Colonel fan or a Colonel coach. I mean, such a big win tonight and reaching the milestones. And like I said, just the way they had a dominating performance, that has to be a little bit of a concern Friday. And you're going on the road. That's never easy.
Well, yeah, you're right. And again, I don't want to underplay it, but I think, or overplay it, I think it's important that they did get this out of the way now.
Yeah.
And the Colonels can get back and focus on those team goals. And, of course, that's getting a win against Appomattox and getting ready for the state playoffs.
Sure. Great to do it in front of the home crowd, too. I know that was important to Juan and Darius both. Not as important, I think, to Coach Cardellaro, although I know he preferred it, obviously. But as we know, Juan Thornhill is a team guy. He's also a showman. He doesn't mind putting on a show, and he wanted to do it in front of the home fans here. He got this place rocking, as he always does. Darius did his part, too. Player of the game time, brought to you by Chris Owen, your Allstate agent in Lynchburg. I'll go first for the visitors, as I normally do. Oscar, I'm going to go with 11, Jamar Wilkes. We commented on his game. He picked up 4 fouls pretty early. That limited some. But like you said, 6'2", 6'3", nice and rangy, can go inside and outside. I'll take him as my player of the game.
Yeah, Khalil Boyd had a good floor game, fought hard on the boards, had the tough task of trying to guard Juan some. So Khalil Boyd for me.
On the other side, I think we're probably going to both go the same way. I mean, it's pretty easy, right? Got to do co-player of the games, don't you? Juan Thornhill and Darius Johnson?
Yeah, it's a two-headed monster. That's an easy pick tonight. And I don't think Alvis would.
No, even Bob Alvis would not disagree with that. Hey, got to tip your cap to all the other colonels as well, though, too. We mentioned a lot of guys playing hard, had a great game. And when you win by 54, it's a team performance. It's not just two guys. I mean, that's for sure. Our player of the game, as always, Eleanor Hoehne back at home base, making it sound good. And we sure had a fun time tonight bringing you this one, folks. It's brought to you by Bug Motors, over 40 cars and trucks in stock. And make sure you tune in to the Bug Motors Morning Show in the mornings. You can win movie tickets, concert tickets. Tracy Lawrence coming up this weekend. A lot of people excited about that one, Agent Zero. Also brought to you by Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, your authorized train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Services, a family serving family since 1905. English Building Supply, your complete home center. And your home for Atrium Vinyl Windows. Feller Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. Make sure you go back and listen to this one on YouTube, brought to you by Feller Chevrolet. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and comfortable in between. Highview Motors, GMC, from small to tall. Highview has it all. English Construction Company, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. In the First National Bank, focused on providing an extraordinary customer experience. This has been the Subway postgame show. We're going to wrap it up, folks. Colonels with the big win, 76-22 over William Campbell. Darius Johnson and Juan Thornhill reached the 1,000-point club, and the Colonels get a dominating performance. We'll talk to you again from Appomattox Friday night. Subway pregame show on around 6:45. Have a great evening, everybody.